We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though, Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they'll think of naught else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvellous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordonna, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there's a solution: to substitute Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Uldar and collect it. Oh, and pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of... I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Thanks for that. Hello there. Come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphanar's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his servant would be coming to collect it. Wow. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphanar has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. But you know me! I've been doing goldsmithing with you. Why don't you recognise me? Want to go in? It hardly needs saying, but try not to be seen. But how are they not going to spot me going to a room? Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphanar. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'd wager. Yes, she's alive! Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Would you care to do the honours? Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing the tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north, quick as you can. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we could expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings! Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team, in which case we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Is that a welcome motion? Oh no. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I've welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting to do, anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armour. Damn it, they have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hells you will. We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond! Respond! It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Bloody hells. Protect the armour at all costs. Sarcastic clapping! Chief, look, she moved. And now she deigns to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. What are they spray painting? There, the finishing touch. Won't that make it obvious that it's us, though? The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I'd rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. How go your preparations? We leave as soon as you're ready. Gallimant, you came. I thought I'd give you a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women what are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister too, pretty little thing she was, gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labour, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way through a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us, and rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then that I'd get revenge on the Empire and become an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But nigh on 2 decades have since gone by. What have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed to do in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Gallimant. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? Any road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge, but something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And you're sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We'd be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afraid I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realised that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Aye, the Summers would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Ralga give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius's ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Oh! Oh no. Forgive me for saying so, but you look rather fine in Imperial black and crimson. Definitely your colours. Ah, but now is not the time for jests. Just minus the helm. Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum Sentry lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alpha and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we're able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold, posing as the patrol returning from duty. Should Alpha and I prove less distracting than hoped, I'll contact you via link pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need to tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, and lest you wonder, Ida and Y'shtola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphinaud and I attracted too much attention, but the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you, something along the lines of don't do anything reckless if memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck. May the 12 keep you. Oh, my apologies, I didn't notice you there. So engrossed was I in my task. You'd be engrossed too had the Tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Signs of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the Tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when you next pass that way. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Occidens, are you? Welcome to Castrum Sentry, Engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumours then. Yeah, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not to gawp at Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, or I'll have you reported. Wow. Okay. Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only asked because I dropped something in there and, oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, alright? I dare say you know the one I mean. Eh? The svelte blonde? Goodness no. It's the Lalafelin lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her into my arms and squeeze her till my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? You're weird. What's this? You need to access the storage tower. What business have you there? At the Tribunus's behest, you say? This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my lady wroth. Take my identification key. See that it's returned when your errand is concluded. I will not. Security's tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. No! Minfilia and the rest. Thank goodness they're safe. I'm the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall answer to your mistress. Tataru, we must do something. We risk letting the entire castrum know we're here. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the 3rd squadron. What is it? A Reaper? Seized when? And this came to light only now? The culprits have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. What the? Strike my last. Eliminate the intruders. I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away ere the window to our liberty closes shut. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them. Fail and I shall have your head. And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have the eye of an Ahriman, Ida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armour of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defences? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum's walls which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Y'shtola is just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would be seen dead on it. So you scuttled in amidst the freight like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livia Sanjunius. 'Twas you who held the raid on the Waking Sands, you who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends, we'll never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer you to plague Eorzea a day longer, betake you to your guard. More intruders. Protect the Tribunus. Confound it. Ida, with me. After them. Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No, 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 no! There they are. Fan out and surround them. Milady. Must protect Tataru. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. No, Wedge, don't do it. Oh no, hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. Hi.
Take the leader! Kill the rest! What the?
The Ashtola! Pray, forgive us our delay. Papalymo, Minfilia, Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too. The reunion must wait.
Reunion.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You left the armor. We need
You
that.
ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Fool of a took.
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
But there's no one in there.
It's alive.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
One, 2,
3.
4.
Wouldn't we have just like bounced off that sail?
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the 7 hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe alike. And now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius!
Look! There! Beside the Black Wolf! An Ascian! An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him.
It's Thancred.
Thancred!
Dun dun dun.
He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be!
And yet here we are.
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
Thancred, no! Have you seen the botanist version of Gaius, where it's like lush vegetation?
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Asians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all!
Get used to it for now.
No. No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Kryl, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn,
forgive me if I seem brusque. The item I requested.
but the battle is far from over. And so
Wonderful.
long as we stand together,
I'm sorry to press, but we
there shall
need
ever
it
be hope
urgently.
of victory.
How soon can it be delivered?
The people of Eorzea falter for want of such
I am
hope.
in your debt, my
Let
friend.
us provide it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Hells take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Slaffiasin the order to sail. That is all. The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Roel? I'm terrible with the names. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We'll proceed without its cooperation. I believe we're all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action. Naught less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Von Balsa claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance and he swears that we shall share the primal's fate. Pardon me my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer as one, for if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples.